Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Psych, I really don't know what to say with these voiceovers, but yeah, today's gonna be a watch me work video. So I'm trying to do a partial video with some real time speed. So here you are. This is a prep in how I lay my acrylic type video watch me work. So some of the shots are sped up, but the important part that I want you to watch is in real time. So I only do real time for one hand. So that's what you see me doing right here. This is me buffing the surface of the nail so that all the products can stick onto the nails. This is a 120 sanding bit. No, not 120, 180 sanding bit. So with the sanding bits, they only literally need to buff the surface, like scratch the surface and take off, the natural oils that we have on our nail beds, and then take off that dead skin around that cuticle area. So you want to get in real tight to the cuticle area, and I know this part is a little scary because that was the most scariest part for me. So I only really been doing nails for over a year now, and this is the important step where you want to make sure that the dead skin is off. So because I know it can be scary going in with this kind of machine or nail drill bit, I also go in with a ceramic bit, and it's kind of mimics like the diamond bit, and it's real skinny, and it gets right up in the corner. It lifts up and gets rid of the dead skin without damaging or cutting your client's skin or hurting them. So this is the ceramic skewer nail bit. I get everything off of Amazon pretty much, and I like this because it kind of like makes me calm down the nerves when it comes to going around the cuticle area. And getting the dead skin off of the cuticle area is very important because this is the part where the nails tend to lift if you don't get all the dead skin off. So once I started using this nail bit, I feel like my nails have been lasting longer. Like with the combination of this nail drill bit and the Young Nails protein bond, my nails can last like 5 or 6 weeks, which I don't recommend, but my clients tend to try it, and they last that long and they don't pop off because I feel like that cuticle work makes sure that those nails is going to stay on. To ensure that I get all the dead skin off, I use the drill going forward and backwards. So I feel like going backwards really helps get the dead skin off because it's like lifting up the cuticle and making sure all that dry dead skin is off. And I feel like that's basically just the best way to use it. So you kind of want to make sure that you are holding the nail drill kind of parallel because you don't want the cuticle to dig into, oh, not the cuticle. You don't want the nail drill bit to dig into the cuticle or the nail bed. You just want it to scrape off that dead white nasty skin that you don't need so that you can ensure that you will have no lifting and your nails can last. stick on the nail tips. It's very important to prep the nails properly. I make sure that I double prep because I really want to make sure that the acrylic is going to stick. So I dehydrate with the Mia Secret dehydrator, and then I prime with the Young Nails protein bond. And I swear to life, on God, on God, that this protein bond make sure that I don't get any lifting. So between that good cuticle prep and that protein bond, your nails should stick on for at least a month. So now that everything's prepped properly, I'm going to start laying the acrylic. So to start off, I am using a alpha brush, I believe a size 8, because she has smaller nails. So I don't want to use a big brush and have the acrylic just flowing everywhere. So the important step is to make sure that you don't get the acrylic to touch the skin, because when that happens, that can cause lifting, and you don't want any lifting because, sweetie, it's not cute. You don't want your clients coming in with 5 nails popped off. Like, it's all about your reputation. You want to keep those nails on their nail beds. So I have been working on making sure that I get as close as possible to the cuticle without it touching the skin. So you see me laying the beads vertical first because she does have smaller nail beds, and then I go and place the cuticle close to, not to place the cuticle, I place the acrylic close to the cuticle, and I work it upwards close enough that it's not going to touch the cuticle, and then I just make sure that the side walls are clear and no acrylic sticking to the skin. So I do use the Mia Secret clear acrylic, and I love it. Like, when I use them with clear tips, you can see right through them. They're like pretty much a magnifying glass, and I feel like I like the Mia Secret because, one, it's inexpensive, and two, I can work with the flow of it. Like, it doesn't dry too fast, doesn't dry too slow. I am a beginner still. I would consider myself a beginner. Yes, I've had my cosmetology license since like 2014-15, but when it comes to nails, like, I literally like will go start doing nails and then stop doing nails, and then I officially like came back to doing nails part-time 3 days out the week, 2018, I believe, like November. Yeah, so it's been a year and some change. I do about 3 to 4 balls of acrylic. One day I'll get to the 1 ball method, but this works for me now. But I did another layer of acrylic because she told me she works in a supermarket, and I know sometimes they can get a little rough in the store. So I just wanted to do another layer to make them a little bit thicker, just to make sure that nothing will pop off, and to make sure that the apex is there so that her nails can last as long as she needs them to. Alright, so this is me buffing everything in order to make sure that the whole nail is balanced. You want to make sure that the cuticle area has no kind of acrylic laying onto the skin. And you want to just create a nice flow to the nail. Make sure that it's even all the way through. Make sure that it's a nice apex. And I like to make sure that my acrylic is laid really nicely so that I won't have to file so much. And I typically just like to focus on that cuticle area to make sure that there's going to be no lifting, and also underneath to make sure that nothing is going to get caught like in the hair or anything, because sometimes acrylic could get stuck underneath the nail just from the flow of everything. So you want to make sure that underneath the nail is even as well. So this right here is not technically necessary, but me kind of being a perfectionist, I just want to make sure that there's literally no acrylic stuck onto the skin. So this is just me going over this in a real time speed for the one hand, just literally real quick, not really going too deep into there because you can overfile and that can make the nails pop off. So I'm literally just going around once, maybe twice, and making sure there's no acrylic on that skin. Alright, so everything is pretty much done. Just file and buff everything, make sure it's smooth underneath. And I'm just gonna paint these nails white. Like, she wanted a real simple set. She didn't want to be about the glam life. She didn't want to get the glam nails. It's okay. Everybody doesn't want to be extra. So yeah, I'm just using Snowflake with the D&Z gel polish, doing 2 layers and curing in the lamp. 60 seconds for each layer, and then top coating with the Young Nail stain resistant top coat because oh my god, that shit, excuse my language, is the best top coat I ever had. It literally shines like no other, and also it does not stain or dull the nails because like some people smoke, some people do their makeup daily, and that sometimes can literally stain your nails. And when you have white, fresh, and so clean nails, who wants them to be walking around looking dingy? Not me. So yeah, get that Young Nails top coat. It'll change your whole life. Young Nails, everything I've had so far is amazing. When it's all said and done, I just put on some cuticle oil, and that's about it. So if you haven't yet, go do it. You know what I'm talking about. Go subscribe. And also, if you like it, you can like it. And if you don't like it, just don't press dislike. Thanks.